Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will read a story about a woman who has a sister is in love with her husband, which made her whole family refuse to attend her wedding day. This a two-part story, so be sure to like and subscribe for part 2. Let's get started. My sister and my husband went to college together. She had a crush on him since day one. He was all she talked about. They became part of a very close group of friends, and that same year she invited him and her friends to spend Boxing Day with my family. That's where I met him. We had sex that same night, and I felt horrible. My sister eventually moved on. She met her husband and got married last summer. During all these years, my husband and I met sporadically, and one of the times he told me he loved me. But what could we have done? We tried to date others, and I tried to forget him, but I couldn't imagine myself with anyone else, and that made my relationships short and loveless. We met again officially at my sister's wedding. She had invited all her college friends. My husband and I met, and he asked me to stop running away, and we started dating secretly. A year later, he proposed. Now I had to tell my family, and I have never endured so much hate and isolation in my whole life. I lied to them. I told them that we met at my sister's wedding and we hit it off. I never told them how I've been in love with him for almost a decade, and that we have met at least once a year since that Christmas, and they've been the best days of my life. My sister is happily married, and she just had her baby. Still, she told me she hated me and never wanted anything to do with me. My family shared the same sentiment that I'm a horrible person. My husband told me that he didn't care about a wedding if my family not showing up would hurt me. We have wasted many years, and we didn't choose to fall for each other. He wanted me to be his wife. I still sent invitations to my family, but nobody showed up, only my friends and my husband's family. I wish they could forgive me for finally choosing my happiness. Additional information from the poster's comments. So, Boxing Day, 10 years ago at that time, I lived in my own apartment near my parents'. After dinner, we had a party in my apartment. He told me he knew why I had been avoiding him and that he doesn't feel the same way about my sister. It was the biggest regret of my life letting him come back after everyone went to sleep. Biggest regret and the most amazing night at the same time. And after that Christmas, she asked him out and he said no. He told her he saw her as a sister. She moved on a couple of years later after that. We would occasionally sleep together when both of us were single at the same time, maybe once a year for almost a decade. I never meant to fall for him. It just happened. My sister was kind of obsessed with him in college, yes, but later when she met her husband, she fell madly in love. That's what she said, and she hadn't spoken about my husband for years. After we slept together, he wanted us to start dating, but I refused. We started again when she gave him up, moved on, and met her now husband almost 3 years after our first night. And about my wedding, we're not a big family. When I said none of my family showed up, I meant my sisters and mum. My grandparents passed away a long time ago. My dad passed away 3 years ago. My 3 sisters refused to come. I have 2 aunts, and I don't know how much they know about the whole thing, but it was enough for them that my mum, their sister, was angry at me. Other relatives aren't close enough to be invited. We had a small wedding. I have 3 close friends and a handful of others that showed up with their partners. Anyway, I still don't know if she still has feelings for my husband, or just because I broke the sister code of not sleeping with each other's love interests. I want to think it's the second, but maybe I'm mistaken, and in that case, I'm so sorry, and honestly don't know what to do. I will never fool myself by pretending what I did was right or okay. Even my husband knows that I believe what we did was disgusting, horrible, and very selfish. But when she was happy and had been for years, I finally went about having my own happiness too. Edit to add, I'm getting a lot of questions about telling the whole story. I don't know what more I should have written here other than this. Maybe I didn't do a good job with my sister's crush. My sister is outgoing, and she was always open with her thoughts and feelings. So her crush on my husband was a well-known thing to us sisters and mother, and it was known for the longest time. That's why to the following points. If they had known about me and him going back longer than what I've said, believe me, they would have confronted me a long time ago, given their reaction after I told them. Even after all these years, they wouldn't be silent if they knew something was up. Also, they were really shocked and felt that I betrayed my sister and hurt her feelings because he's an old crush, and we don't date each other's crushes, let alone marry them. I misjudged my sister's crush. We all knew she was in love and that she was hurt when he didn't reciprocate, but I thought by the time she met her husband, she was over him. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to my sister's husband in months, but from what I've heard, he's not happy about her reaction, and things aren't going so well with him. This is also added to why my family is angry because I caused the rift between my sister and brother-in-law. We are 4 sisters. I'm the second oldest, and my sister in question is the youngest. All 4 of us are of similar age and closer, anyway, than best friends. This adds more because she feels really betrayed. Yes, I have made a post before on relationship advice. I just couldn't find it, neither could I, and I pulled all the stops. Many are saying my sister is here somewhere with her side of the story. Please send me the link, because I've been searching since this morning. I really hope I filled in all the missing information now. Sorry for not being clear, and I'm sorry this isn't adequate as the full story. Last edit. I'm getting the DMs that my post is on TikTok, and that my sister is in the comments saying that I lied, and that she had in fact dated my husband for 5 years. There's no truth to that. It's either a troll or someone else, because all the people who said my sister has answered are refusing to show me her post. Anyway, I'm going to send an email to my family tonight and include the whole truth. It's my last attempt at redemption. If they still don't want anything to do with me, I will leave them be and move on with my life and try to find solace in my new family. Thank you all for listening. And that's the end of part 1 of this story. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you have anything to say to the poster? What would you do if you were in the poster's shoes? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys on the next video.